That's the right one. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Frog Wrestling. I'm your host, John Jagger, who always clicks the right button exactly when he means to. I'm so thrilled that you all could be here. Welcome back to another flawless episode of Frog Wrestling. It's good to see you. Let's start it off with a couple of thank yous from subs that came in before the show started. Smooky2, thank you for 18 months. Jarkid Draken, thank you so much for 4 months. Woo wrestling time indeed. I'm excited for it. This is going to be great, and we need to get right into it. We need to start because we got a packed show tonight. We got the continuing tag team tournament. And this week, we're going to see some unlikely allies as we go through this here and pick up on these matches. Not in our first match, though. First match makes perfect sense because we're going to have Core Blue. That's myself, Beau Schwartz, going up against previous tag team champions, the French Confection, Patrick Beja, Randy Jordan. And we're going to have to start with a banger, I think. I'm going to go ahead and put the predictions up right now so you can start just getting your votes in. Who do you think is going to win in this one? Because I think this is going to be a heck of a match. Now, if you did watch the Pawn News update, you know we're not using the tournament feature anymore. It was all bugged last week. We're just doing normal matches, and we're going to use our imaginations. I've been watching a lot of kids' educational programming. If you can tell, you always tap your head when you say imagination. We use our imaginations to imagine the brackets. They're there. We can figure this out. We're sophisticated enough to do that. So let's get right into it. We've got a match that honestly could be a championship match. It's not gonna be, but it could be. French Confection versus Core Blue. Core Red eliminated last week, eliminating any possibility of a red versus blue situation in this tag tournament. But we're going to have to see what happens. Will Core Blue also be eliminated, or will they be carrying forward? We're going to have to find out, and we're going to find out right now. All right, first match of the night. It is a good one. I'm biased, but you know what? This one should be glorious. Core Blue members John Jagger, Beau Schwartz coming down to the ring. We got a lot of points back in the French Confection. That is smart. There is a logic to backing the French Confection. And look, Core Blue, we got the Frog Pants champion himself, John Jagger out there. You got Beau, he's no slouch either. But these guys held the tag team titles. They performed extraordinarily well. They are skilled opponents, and I don't think you can count them out. And apparently, you all know this, because right now the points are backing the French Confection. That's just where the points are. Both in points and in the number of you backing. I just checked. I looked. I wanted to know where your faith in me is. It's apparently not very high. But we're going to have to see what happens here. It looks like we're going to be starting with Randy and Beau in the ring.
So many successful Hall of Fame superstars originally.
Keep in mind, this is now properly an elimination style tag match. When someone taps or is pinned or is knocked out, the match will continue until an entire team has been eliminated.
You get to see superstars mature and all sorts of
And Randy, so far, making a lot of people who bet points on this match happy as he is dominating. Beau struggling to find a little bit of offense so far this match, and Randy trying to get that VR headset off. That would certainly be a disadvantage, although Beau fighting back now. And Beau, big choke slam, making him pay for the abuse. You don't target a man's VR headset. That's what Beau says anyway. Oh, he takes a little too long getting Randy into the corner, and Randy gonna have none of that. Breaks free, misses with a punch though. Not quite ready for it. But Beau, he's squirrely. He escaped. He knocks down Randy, and Beau building a little momentum here. Although lecturing the VR headset, I think we had some input lag there. Beau not ready for Randy, who is now finding momentum yet again in this match. You know, Randy and Patrick were a surprise team. We weren't anticipating them as a partnership. And look at this teamwork here, though. My goodness. And this is what I'm talking about. They are a surprise hit tag team. Beau gets a tag. Oh, and Patrick trying to do a little damage as Beau escapes at the worst possible time. He missed, and John is in with a fire and fury to take advantage of the little oops. Beau was not even the legal man. Patrick tried to assassinate him, and John showboating a little too much. Patrick back on his feet. It looked like he was going for a tag. John's after him to try and prevent a tag. Looking to avenge his friend a little bit here, and he drops Patrick right on the ropes. There's more of those vicious kicks. Though John, once again, a little too much time showboating, underestimating the endurance of Patrick Beja. Now John looking to make a tag, maybe get out of there. John escapes off the ropes and lands it. He's going for a pinfall. Randy deciding to get in, but only a 2 count before Patrick kicks out. Patrick now going for a tag. John decides to let it happen. And Randy now out with a bit of fury himself. John might regret letting that tag take place. He moves to the outside of the ring. Randy sizing him up and sends him down. And now Randy's going to go have some words. Nope, not words, punches with Beau. John getting back in the ring though. And gonna make Randy pay for not focusing on the right person. Oh, and John using the ropes. Technically not legal to do. Referee seemed to miss it, though Patrick came in. Picked a bad time to try and land a move to interrupt that.
Big knee to the midsection. He's feeling the effects of that last hit.
And John's still in control of this match, though, you know, certainly taking a slight advantage there in that pin. Oh, and now John and Beau showing they can work together just as well. It's really been a match of teammates throwing each other this match so far. Patrick in, maybe regretting it as Beau just slams him into the turnbuckle. Beau looked like he was just showboating a bit too much, and Patrick making him pay for it. Now Patrick doing the same thing and gets kicked in the face. Beau's gonna get out of here. A brief appearance by Beau, but probably smart. Took a lot of damage in that couple of seconds. Once again, taking a little too long to get your opponent in position. John's paying for it, and a vicious chop across the chest. There's a pin, John kicking out at 1. But a testament to how strong those chops from Patrick are, that he got a 1 fall off just a single chop. Suplex, John going for a cover himself. Patrick kicks out. Still got a lot of steam. John makes the tag though. Beau coming back in. We get a lot of quick tags between these two, but Beau seems to be in to just take some abuse. Another chop from Patrick and a vicious-looking suplex. People like to count out Patrick, but Patrick does some serious damage when he is in the ring. And here comes Randy, and Randy is also not one to underestimate. Randy certainly punches up above what you would expect from a chef. And there's a pinfall. Patrick coming in to try and prevent the breakup. John now going after John. Gonna try and teach him a lesson. Beau to the outside. Patrick and John on the outside. Randy's the only one in the ring. Beau and Randy still the legal combatants in this, but it looks like there is a fight brewing between John and Patrick. Beau trying to fight back, trying to find some momentum. I don't know what's going on between John and Patrick, but it is still definitely going on outside the ring. And now, a double team. Beau trying to get someone back in the ring. Oh, Patrick's busted open. Something didn't go well for Patrick. Beau has some words for him, and we're just descending into chaos right now out here. Big clubbing blows to Beau's back. And things are getting crazy out here. Core Blue in a lot of trouble.
And now thrown back into the ring.
It looks like John and Patrick have made their way back, but a vicious blow to the VR headset.
Elbow drop.
And now Randy, oh, just doing damage. Beau needs to get out of there badly, but Randy is absolutely focused, but a good reversal from Beau, trying to find a little momentum in this, and he catches Randy, and there's the tag. He needed something, a break of some kind, and John is in and ready to throw down.
He's starting to struggle here. This is what the purpose of a tag team is.
Oh, another big shot to the forehead.
Am I being diplomatic enough, Cole?
And vicious stomps to the chest.
Attacking with malicious intent.
That'll break his arm.
And John is relentless right now, really trying to make Randy pay. And those kicks, like we said, so brutal, put down many an opponent with the kicks. Oh, Randy looking to escape. He gets free and knocks John down. And John shrugs it off. Randy gets a kick. It must have been a glancing blow because John just shrugs and now making Randy pay for it with a series of kicks ending with one right to the head. And John calling for the end of it. Here comes the Final Fantasy. There it is, Randy knocked out from the blow, and Patrick finds himself suddenly in a 2-on-1 situation. And John's not done. He's still kicking at Randy. Patrick's trying to get to him. And John not done. Ready to go off the ropes. Patrick is down. And if you thought John was done kicking people, you thought wrong. More kicks. Here's a pin. Nobody able to save Patrick this time but himself. And he does a kick out at 2. And there's a tag. Beau Schwartz coming in after John decimated the French Confection. Patrick now having to do this all alone. It's not unheard of, but it is unlikely, especially with how in control Core Blue currently is. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, and there it is, the lake run. Beau made a lake run. A lake run in France. And Patrick seems angry. He is unhappy. Oh, going for a sleeper hold. Oh no, he drops him down and John in to break it up. And that's the advantage that having two people in the match is going to allow for. Although Patrick, trying to make it just a one-on-one for the moment, knocks John out of the ring. Beau also down on the outside, and Patrick sizing up who he wants to fight more. Beau with a good dodge gets Patrick back in the ring. Oh, and a VR headset blow to the back of the head, and then Beau just flings him. Now dragging him. I don't know what Beau is looking to set up here. We may never know. Patrick with a reversal, now in control. Nope, it's Beau with a DDT. Beau gonna tag out. John in, looked like he was going for a kick of some kind. Patrick doesn't want to be on the business end of that, now in control of the match. He has two opponents he has to make his way through if he's going to get a victory here, and this is one way to do it. Get John to tap. He's locked it in. Beau is staying in his corner. Either he has faith that John is going to get out of this. Faith well served. John does escape. Looked like John was going to go for a tag. Patrick not allowing it. And John tries to get out of the ring. That just seemed to make Patrick mad, honestly. John back in the ring, but he gets knocked out by Patrick. Patrick with a knockout as soon as John got back in the ring, and we now have a 1v1 situation, and Beau taps. And just like that, it is over. Patrick, out of nowhere, turned the tables on this match with a KO to John. And then a submission victory over Beau, a sudden change. And that is why elimination matches are so dangerous.
And we are looking at the last superstar standing in this matchup. Two men with one common
and the
goal,
French
dangerous
Confection
they're putting the entire locker room
is on top. They are on the path. They could become tag team champions once again. Predictions well placed here. Everybody had a lot of faith in the French Confection, and with good reason they did it. They absolutely did it. Patrick is a beast. He is. He's scary. That was Core's match to lose. And lose they did. All right, our next match that we are going to be seeing here tonight is a table match. I love wood, specifically wooden tables, and I love when wrestlers throw other wrestlers through wood, which is why we are going to be doing this match here tonight. We are going to have Carter Johnson versus Fast Grandma, and gotta think, Fast Grandma has a bit of an advantage because it is who is going to put their opponent through a table the fastest. That's going to be who wins. So let me get the prediction up here for this match. Keep in mind, as you predict, this is a tables match. Pinfalls, submissions, we're not having any of that. It is who is going to put their opponent through a table the fastest. This tends to be a pretty quick match. You never know what's going to happen. Give the people what they want. That's right. People want tables. I've seen a wrestling show. I know what people want. People want tables. People also want fast grandma. Why do you think this match exists? Because there are two things people want: tables and grandmas. We're going to give you both right now. Uh-oh, hold on. There we go. Carter Johnson coming to the ring first.
Making her way to the ring from Salt Lake City, Utah, Carter Johnson.
And right now, we have a match between two people who both need some wins. Carter Johnson absolutely has proven herself in the ring, but more often than not, falls a little short when it comes to winning big matches. Fast Grandma, on the other hand, has never won a match. Tons of points going for Fast Grandma. You all clearly missed the part where I said Fast Grandma has never won a match. But you know what? You believe. You believe she'll put Carter through a table fast? All right, let's see it. We'll see what happens.
Matches like these, with talent of this caliber, this is why sports entertainment is
Fast Grandma is due. Maybe.
Such a talented competitor. I think we're about to see one of her best matches.
Fast Grandma is gonna have to be fast. We're gonna have to see who can put who through a table. It's gonna be violent. One thing is for certain, someone's going through a table. After last week, I'm hesitant to make promises. I'm hesitant to make declarative statements. I get proven wrong a lot. But I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, someone's going through a table here.
Table match underway. It's going to
We're
take
underway.
the table and
Fast
putting your
Grandma
opponent through it to win.
checking herself, I guess, but luckily she is speedy. Carter went in for an attack, and Fast Grandma took advantage of it, but Carter now in control of the match, and Carter taking a moment to showboat a little bit, maybe understandably so. Fast Grandma has not put in much of an offense, although she's trying to change it. She's fighting back. And my goodness, Fast Grandma showing an agility that you wouldn't expect from the elderly. And Grandma is on fire.
Please don't remind me, Corey.
At the very least, figurative fire, earning her name, dealing a lot of damage here. And, I mean, she's doing stomps with high heels. Like, she's certainly utilizing her tools. And Carter manages to escape. Fast Grandma feeling the wrath here. And Carter looked like she was thinking about going and getting the table. Seeing Grandma get to her feet, thinks better of it. That's the danger of fighting near the table. There is always the chance that your opponent will use it against you. You want to get it when you are certain you can put your opponent through it. And right now, Fast Grandma just twisting the neck of Carter.
The thing about a tables match is you can't really avoid contact with a table unless you can set up a table with telekinesis, but you have to be hyper aware of your surroundings because this match can end.
And it looks like Carter, trying to get the table, senses Grandma on the run here, decides to give up. Probably a smart move, as Grandma is now on the outside fighting dangerously close to that table. No one in danger going through it like that, though. Still has to be set up proper. And Carter with vicious kicks to Grandma.
Good defense.
Grandma turning the tables. Throws Carter down into the steps, and it looks like Grandma's feeling confident. She's got the table up. She's ready. Tries to use it as a weapon. Carter says no to that. Throws Grandma. Now Carter's the one confident with the use of the table. Gonna try for a weapon. Nope.
She's got nowhere to go.
Another failed attempt there. And what's gonna happen here? Just drops her on her back. I don't think the angle would have been right for that to be a dangerous situation, but you never know. Grandma once again getting confident. Oh, and uses it.
Things not going how she'd like.
Might want to start setting up some
Smacks Carter with the table.
Getting back into the ring.
And another struggle. Table is not set up. No danger except getting hurt at this point, and that's gotta hurt.
Right to the chest.
Carter looking to use it as a weapon. She is successful and setting it up. And we're gonna have to see what happens. We now have a table set up. Oh, it fell. It's down. It's done. Way to kill the momentum. Oh, jeez. It doesn't count. Nobody threw somebody through it, but we did have a table. You can't eliminate yourself. But we lost the table. There's already one table smashed now. Good Lord. I don't even know what happened. I think Fast Grandma technically went through that table. And oh, Carter's up and down. We've smashed one table already. Oh, and Grandma just hitting Carter with a table.
Oh yeah, she's saying, "Let's go, bring it."
Kicking her heels, kicking dirt from her heels. This is not good. And oh man, none of this feels good. An old lady hitting somebody with her high heels doesn't feel good. Somebody kicking an old lady in the face doesn't feel good. None of this feels good. Vicious kicks to Grandma, though, and just throwing Grandma into the corner. And Carter says, enough of this. She's running around, and boom! A big boot to Grandma's face, and a series of stomps.
What disrespectful, my gosh.
And more. Another kick to the face, and Grandma. Jeez. Grandma hasn't seen this level of disrespect since she got put in the home. There's the table set up. Carter says it's done. She's going for it. But Fast Grandma has other plans. She's fighting back. The table is set up. What is Grandma gonna do? Oh, she missed the table. That was right at the danger zone right there, but it was missed. Carter thrown over the top ropes. What's Grandma got planned? Throws her back in. And what has Grandma got? She's got her up. All of these moves would have been great wins if she aimed for the table, but Grandma, you know, she wants to punish Carter here, and that's exactly what she's doing. Throws her up against the table. This could be it. This could be it. She's got her up. Carter fighting back. Fighting back. Doesn't want to go through the table. More kicks. I thought it was done right there. I thought it was over. Carter dragging Grandma over to the table. She's got it. And through the table. Grandma. Grandma's been eliminated. A big win for Carter Johnson. And sadly, yet another loss for Fast Grandma. It's rough, everybody. It's the way it goes. It's the way it goes sometimes. You don't know. But, at the same time, you gotta listen when somebody says, "Hey guys, she's never won a match." You gotta listen to me. I understand she's due. You gotta listen. All right. All the names I put in for the next match are too long for the betting. So hold on, I gotta shorten it down a little bit as we get ready. We are gonna go back to our tag team tournament. We're gonna have our second match in that tag team tournament, our second elimination style match. Now, this one, the theme here is can they work together? Because we have two teams of people who normally don't team up at all. We have Tom Merritt from Core Red teaming up, not with a member of Core Red, but teaming up with Marc Spagnuolo, who's been on a real win streak, been very dominant as of late, is certainly a contender for the Frog Pants Championship currently. And then we are also going to see Ben Bumhoffer teaming with Geek Jock Dan Patriss, who they've been fighting recently. They've actually been going against each other. Now they're going to have to work together as they are forced to participate in this tag team tournament now as a tag team. Whoever wins, we are going to have a brand new, never been formed before tag team moving forward to face the French Confection. Let's get the prediction up there. And Ben is recovered after an arm incident last week. His arm in the fight with Geek Jock was hurt. We'll say hurt as the word. Will that be a factor? Will Ben's arm play a role in this match? I don't know. We're going to have to see. It's true. Spider-Man has 8 arms. If one arm doesn't work, you just use another arm. And there is Tom Merritt, Core Red, a reminder that he has the Money in the Bank briefcase that allows him to have a championship title match of his choice whenever he wants.
And 22 pounds, HD Technical Tom. I swear, there is not a single cell of joy in this superstar's life. Every smile is laced with sarcasm. Why give any joy to the WWE Universe? This person knows they're being paid to compete, not to play with the crowd.
Tom Merritt, a dangerous opponent. Certainly a big get for Core Red. If he could help secure a tag team title via this alliance with Marc Spagnuolo, that would certainly get Scott one step closer to what he has said is his goal. He wants to have all the gold in Core.
From New Jersey, weighing in at 235 pounds, Wood, Wickheiser, Marc,
and Marc Spagnuolo,
give my full support to.
he was the first person to beat Scott Johnson in singles competition in probably months. There are people, chat's talking about it right now, that consider his victory over Scott the first domino that led to him losing the title. And now he has to coexist with another member of Core Red.
A competitor who does not know the meaning of the word quit. He is ready for battle.
Of course, they are not typically a tag team, but that is okay. The team they are going up against, also not typically a tag team. Coming out first, Ben Bumhoffer. Now, he is no stranger to being on tag teams. In fact, he frequently tag teamed with Tom Merritt. There is an element of payback in play here. Ben was Tom Merritt's protege for a time, until Tom Merritt disbanded the Mod Syndicate to join Core Red.
He's physically and mentally prepared for the task at hand in his big-time match.
Spider Ben in full effect here. He's ready to go. His arm seems better. And coming out as his partner, he has been his opponent 2 weeks in a row, Geek Jock.
This is a competitor who isn't happy with the win unless they get a handshake from their opponent afterwards. A real respect for the business.
Can they even work their hands properly? Apparently, they lack a spine. A competitor who always has his game face on, ready for a major battle.
Dan absolutely ready to throw down. He has won 2 weeks in a row, though not without levels of controversy to those victories, whether that is Ben technically getting his foot on a rope or Ben's arm freaking out. We'll have to see what happens in this tag team match, and it looks like we're starting with Tom and Ben. Certainly a long-standing history here between these two. Ben gonna be looking for a level of payback, and Tom gonna be looking for a level of vindication. A way of saying, like, look, there's a reason I dropped you, and let me show you what it is. But right now, Ben trying to show Tom what he gave up. Pinfall attempt. Ben now currently in control of the match, utilizing that strength. You have to be careful with Tom Merritt, though. He is called Ace Technical for a reason. Ben with a sucker punch to Marc, though, and looked like he was going for a tag to Geek Jock, but he got grabbed. Tom Merritt not ready to let Ben get out of the ring just yet. Going for a pinfall right here. It's a 2 count. Dan coming in, though certainly not enthusiastically. Certainly going to have to ask if there is still bad blood between these two. So far, it seems like both tag team partners doing what they're supposed to do in a tag team match, though we have seen no tags yet. And there it is. Speaking of, Dan with a sucker punch to Tom, trying to prevent further damage to his partner. And a second sucker punch, and Tom Merritt gonna pay him back in kind and make a tag. Ben's hurting. And Marc goes for a leg drop, but Ben rolls out of the way and gonna take advantage of the stun there. Does it right in front of Tom. Way to send a message. Geek Jock coming in. Marc just dodges it. People are asking if this is an elimination style match. Yes, it is. All of the matches in this tournament are meant to be. Then gets Marc up, drops him. Starts to drag him to the corner. Marc fighting back. Marc has been so impressive lately with just how powerful and strong he has proven to be in the ring. And there it is right there.
Sorts of nasty. Tagged in.
Tag Ben now facing off against Tom again, and Tom comes in aggressively. These two know each other so well. And Ben showing a way to exploit that right out of the gate, though he's going to get out of here. Tag made, and Dan back in the ring here.
What a counter.
Good elbow from Dan. Fighting back, but Tom still in control.
DDT.
Tom Merritt knocking him down, and looks like a submission maneuver. Now Dan's foot is on the ropes there, and it looks like a little bit of a team up right there as Ben applies a leg drop. We're seeing some good teamwork right now between Ben and Dan. Oh my gosh, and there it is. The ban hammer might be enough. No, Dan is going to break up the pinfall there. And Marc looks like he's chasing Dan out of the ring. Tom just targeting wherever he can hurt. He's called Ace to Technical for a reason. He's showing exactly why right now. Just mercilessly attacking Ben.
Stinging kick. And he's just become merciless here. It's been a smothering attack, keeping him ahead.
Here comes Marc getting in the ring. Marc relatively fresh in this match, although Ben with a good reversal. Now showing a level of strength of his own. Ben gonna get out of here. A smart move. Give Dan a chance in the ring. Marc moves in. Dan with a good counter and just ejects Marc from the ring. And a sucker punch to Tom, but it pays for it as Marc gets in the ring and just knocks him down. Hits him up and kicks him right in the face, and Marc rolls out of the ring to stay alive. Buys himself a little bit of time, but Dan's still on the offensive here. And still targeting.
Stop right there, Gunn. Tag, switching it up.
Another tag, Ben coming back in. And gets met with another clothesline. Those sudden clotheslines from Marc, just absolute clubbing blows. And Ben immediately in trouble again. Another early tag. Marc says, welcome back, but it looks like Dan was ready for it, and a pedigree to Marc Spagnuolo. And he's dragging him. I don't know where he's dragging him, but he's got plans. Marc back to his feet. Marc's ready.
Kick to the stomach.
And Marc shuts down whatever Dan had planned following that pedigree. Tom Merritt now in the ring. And Dan is in the unfortunate position of trying to buy his tag team partner some recovery time. Much needed. A collision with the referee. Ref, wrong place, wrong time, buddy.
Tag is made.
And Marc and Tom working together methodically.
The sound of this crowd is deafening.
Although Marc showboating a little too brazenly, and Dan ready to make him pay for it. I don't know if Marc expected Dan to recover just that quickly. We're going to see some good teamwork here. Oh my gosh, and Ben just with a leaping stomp onto the back of Marc. He's building some momentum. Ben wanting to dish it out. He goes for a headbutt. Looks like he got a little bit of him, but Marc now in control. And just a brutal kick. And Ben has been knocked out. Ben is absolutely out. On the outside, and Dan flying over the ropes. My goodness, just out of nowhere, this match has exploded. Marc is down on the outside, hurt. Dan currently looking at fighting both of them. He tries to punch Tom Merritt in the face. Tom clearly anticipating it. And Dan just got lured to the outside, a dangerous position to be in. Forget Ben's arm. It will be amazing if Ben still has a head after that kick from Marc Spagnuolo. He's up at least. Dan fighting back, trying to turn this into a fair fight, but Marc doing everything in his power to shut that down. Just a massive slam, and he's got him down in the corner. No one to save him, but Dan manages to kick out and stay alive. The brutality from Marc, though. And Marc is just unleashing an insane level of abuse on Dan. He tags in Tom. It gives Dan just enough time to find a little life. And he's fighting back. He's got Tom in a submission hold here, trying to get him to tap. Tom trying to get Dan. Dan blocking, trying to stay in control of this match, doing a good job so far. And just a vicious forearm to the back of the head. Dan currently dealing a lot of damage to Tom Merritt. Marc tagged him in, trying to get a little breathing room, but it looks like he gave the breathing room to Dan, who's now in control till Tom moves out of the way. Crafty Tom Merritt now back in control of the match as quickly as he had fallen behind. And Marc is back in. Dan down on the ground, trying to find his feet. Good reversal from Dan. He's hanging in there. Oh, a fight back from Marc. And he escapes. Whatever Dan was attempting, he escapes, and another power bomb. Another kick out, and Marc is shocked. Marc doesn't know how Dan is kicking out all of this. He waits for Dan to stand up a moment too long. Dan up, hits him with a knee. Marc getting back to his feet, but Dan's got his eyes on him like a predator. A huge boot. Marc down, and Tom Merritt breaks it up. That is where the advantage of having your partner is most easily represented. There is someone there to save your butt. Dan with a stomp. It looks like Marc's bleeding. Marc fighting back, though. Slams him right into the corner of the ring. The hardest part of that entire wrestling ring. And Marc taunting. Dan says, "You gonna taunt me? I'm gonna go punch your partner in the face." He succeeds, although he is not ready for Marc to be back in the ring. Both fighting, some back and forth here. It looks like Dan coming out ahead. And Dan now, oh, it backfired though. Tom was ready. Tom absolutely ready for what Dan attempted there. And is now trying to will Marc into the corner for a tag. Dan's doing everything he can to try and turn this into a fair fight. But Marc is hanging in there, and there it is! Another massive boot that puts down Dan. The second boot too much. And Tom Merritt and Marc Spagnuolo have made a fantastic team and picked up a win here tonight. Absolutely impressive. That was an extremely good match. Unlikely allies, and they made a fantastic team. They celebrated together. Hard to go wrong there. That is going to bring us to our final match of the night. It is also an elimination style match. Let me get it set up here so you can see exactly what we are doing. This is going to be a fatal 4-way women's match to help determine who is going to be challenging for the women's championship currently held by Kim Johnson. And we are going to see our heavy hitters represented here in this match. We are going to have a match. It's going to be Dear Martha. It's going to be Jocelyn Kearney. It's going to be Gwen Gunn. And because of her recent string of victories, Nicole Spagnuolo also going to be participating on this. Now, again, this is elimination. There will be only one winner. But let's get to it and see how this is going to look. Let me just set up the match here. Let's just make sure we have this set as an elimination style match. There is no KO. Nobody's going to get knocked out on this one. And falls will count anywhere. So we are all on the same page on what we're doing match-wise here. Get our prediction going. And again, whoever wins this is going to certainly be in the discussion for who will be challenging for the Frog Pants Women's Championship. Now, for those wondering why Big Bad Kristen is not a part of this, as she is frequently one of, if not the strongest female competitors, that is because Big Bad Kristen has the Money in the Bank briefcase. She can challenge at any time. So there's no sense in finding out if she is the number one contender. She's already a contender. She's a contender anytime.
Gentlemen, I think she's about to start a fight.
And it has been a rough night for Core Blue. They had a victory snatched from them in the tag team match that opened tonight. Martha looking to change that story right here.
Gentlemen, this has all the makings of an all-time classic match, and I fully expect it to deliver on that promise.
Weak reasoning. Kristen could win the match and then have 2 shots at the title in one night. My bad. Yeah. She'll get her shot, don't you worry. Martha, consistently one of the strongest female competitors in the whole women's division. We are going to have to see if she can climb back to the top. It has been a long time since she held the title. But you also cannot count her out. Right now, by the points, the most points are on Gwen Gunn, who I would actually consider to be something of an underdog in this match. Gwen has had some big victories, never actually challenged for the title, however. And Jocelyn Kearney certainly earned her spot in this match. She was the women's champion prior to Kim taking the title in that Iron Man match at the last free per-view.
Sounds like they think it's cool. Agreed. It is cool. What you just said was powerful.
Dakota Kai could show up. Dakota Kai loves showing up. Anytime I get interrupted doing anything, it's a genuine surprise that it's not Dakota Kai.
One of the most anticipated matches we've had in quite some time. And this woman is the reason why.
Oh, yeah, I like her a lot.
Now, right now, we have Gwen Gunn coming to the ring. Gwen currently has the most points backing her. And look, it's easy to see why. Gwen is an intimidating presence.
I tried to interview this superstar earlier tonight, but I don't know why I bothered. I don't trust a word that comes out of their mouth. Well, I happen to know for a fact that they are completely trustworthy and denied your interview because you would definitely twist their words.
Oh, and thank you for the sub. Misadventures in Store. Who's currently buying dinner. I think. But apparently also watching her match. So, you know, drive safely. Don't.
One of the top names
Don't,
and she plans on showing exactly why here tonight.
It is a biased sub. I will say, though, the real Martha does not usually put points on herself, as she likes to feel like a winner. Oh, waiting in line? Great. This is update on my dinner brought to you by the chat room.
Here she comes.
And the fourth opponent in this match, Nicole Spagnuolo. Now, Nicole has won her past two matches.
I can really get behind. Look how humble and earnest they are.
She has
Warrior for generosity.
snuck her way into victory. They have not been dominant victories.
Or is it opposite day again? Yeah, you guys never tell me. If it is, you're good.
But she has been absolutely dominant recently. This was originally going to be a triple threat match, but based on her victories, her recent wins, especially stealing victories here and there, she has found a place in this match, making it a fatal four-way match. And again, this is elimination. We are going to have a single winner here by the time it is all said and done. And this poor ref doesn't know where to stand. It is just chaos immediately.
She's in a predicament here.
Now, the first victory that Nicole got was actually in a fatal four-way match. It was non-elimination, and she stole a pinfall while Monica was distracted on the outside. She will not be able to use that tactic this time, as a pinfall or submission will only lead to elimination. Although she is the first to grab a weapon, she takes a swing at Martha, and Martha gets out of there. Martha does not want to get hit by a kendo stick. I don't blame her. Why do they keep kendo sticks under the ring? I don't know. For this reason, I guess.
Look at her answering back. Hooked up and backdrop suplex.
And any one of these women would make a strong case for having a shot at the championship.
Meet the barricade. Oh, man.
But the members of Core Blue are certainly going to be more intrigued by watching what Martha does, as that would give them a window to deliberately take a title away from Core Red. Right now, Cole getting a little ganged up on. Falls do count anywhere, and Martha goes for a pin on the outside. Only gets a 1 count. This referee is going to get his exercise tonight with falls counting anywhere. And now Gwen and Jocelyn, Nicole and Martha focusing on each other, although Martha going and interjecting herself, going for another pin on the outside. Only gets a 1 count there. And it looks like Gwen and Martha teaming up a little bit on Nicole. And there's another pinfall attempt, another 1 count. And Jocelyn with a massive kick to Gwen. And I would say that these women have definitely done their homework, as the focus on Nicole seems to be an intent to prevent her from stealing a victory, as she has been known to do. It has been a method that has allowed her to get her past 2 wins, and her opponents look like they're trying to shut that down as soon as possible. Although Jocelyn going for a pin inside the ring, and Nicole going for a pin outside of the ring. Only a 1 count. Doesn't look like either would have been a 3. But this is what I mean by the ref getting a workout here. How do you know who to count first? I guess you just go with who you saw. Oh, and a vicious kick from Gwen. Meanwhile, Jocelyn doing work inside the ring. My goodness, and Martha rocked. She's down on the ground. Jocelyn not done. Meanwhile, Nicole throws Gwen back in the ring. And a smart move on Nicole's part. She throws Gwen in the ring. Jocelyn immediately turns her attention to Gwen and gives Nicole a chance to recover, except Martha has now done the exact same thing and picked this moment to get back in the ring. Nicole ejected forcefully. Martha in a bad situation here. And Gwen up to the top rope. Target locked on Martha. Goes for a dive and lands it. Martha is absolutely hurt here. And kicks out at 2. I thought we were going to see our first elimination. Martha hanging on by the smallest of margins right now. Gwen still targeting Martha. Martha fighting back though. Meanwhile, Nicole doing work on Jocelyn on the outside. Martha finding a little momentum in the ring here. Gets Gwen in a submission hold. Gwen frequently winning by submission, might be in a situation where she has to tap. Gwen manages to escape, but another good counter from Martha. Gwen off the ropes though. Meanwhile, Nicole still in control outside of the ring. A vicious stomp to Jocelyn. We're doing our best to follow 2 matches at the same time. There's a pinfall from Martha though, and only a 1 count before Gwen kicks out. And on the outside, a submission hold on Jocelyn. Nicole has it locked in. It doesn't, I haven't seen Jocelyn tap yet. Hard to see if the ref can even see it. Jocelyn manages to break free. Martha with a pin, but the ref was busy looking for a tap out and missed the pinfall. Hard to say if that would have been a 3 or not. I didn't see it, but the ref absolutely distracted, watching the submission maneuver from Nicole. They are now fighting on the outside.
We're seeing it. Kick connects, hooking it up.
And Martha letters home to Nicole. This could do it. No, only gets a 2 count from it. And Martha hanging in there. She's fighting everybody, throwing Gwen. Letters home to Nicole, now working on a fight with Jocelyn. And a belly-to-belly to Nicole. I thought she was distracted. She just caught Nicole with a belly-to-belly, and Martha doing work, didn't get a pinfall through all of it though. There's a pin attempt by Gwen, the ref having a hard time getting in position. Nicole actually blocking the ref from seeing it. I don't think that was an intentional strategy, but it certainly helped Martha stay alive. And things are just getting crazy out here. Jocelyn goes for a pin. I don't know what happened. I don't know if the kick out was immediate or what, but they are out fighting by the announcer desk. And Martha just, I think Martha just went head first into a chair on her own move. She gets thrown back in the ring. That actually might help her. She might be able to take a little break in there. And Gwen and Jocelyn down. Nicole still standing. She gets thrown back in the ring, though. Now it might be Nicole's chance for a little nap as she stays on the outside. Looks like another letters home to Jocelyn, and Martha going for another pinfall. The ref, I don't know where he is. She gets it. Even on a long pin attempt, Jocelyn has been eliminated. The first elimination of the match. And Martha now going after Nicole. Gwen focusing on Nicole now. Martha recovering in the corner, watching. And this is the submission move that Gwen has used to put away so many. Will Nicole tap? She does. And we are down to Gwen and Martha. And Martha waiting for Gwen with that kendo stick. And breaks it over. Oh, but a kick. Gwen recovered quickly and met Martha with a vicious kick.
These two are abandoning all restraints.
Just like that, we are down to 2. Martha and Gwen Gunn fighting it out on the outside here. And Gwen absolutely taunting Martha. Martha trying to find any momentum, but Gwen is just relentless. Oh, good reversal. That's what she needed, but Gwen reverses too. And Martha back in trouble. Gwen knocking her back to the ground. She wants the victory. She's looking for it right here. She looked like she was going for that submission maneuver. The T-break, I believe we called it, but Martha escaped. Martha has been in that move before. There's a roll-up. Gwen trying to steal a victory. The ref in position and gets a 2 count. Might have even been a 3 if he'd been a little quicker. Martha hanging in there. Another submission hold from Gwen. Nope. Turned it into an attack. Martha reeling here. She's got to find some momentum, but Gwen is not letting up. And every time Martha tries, but Martha baited her and got her into a belly-to-belly suplex. And Gwen does the same exact thing. Another trick. And we have seen a lot of reversals here. They keep taunting each other into an attack and getting solid reversals on the back of it. And Martha struggling here. It looks like it's all in Gwen's side to win here. Looks like she's getting her up for a T-break. And there it is. The T-break. This is what got... And there's the tap out. Gwen with a victory. The tea break causes Martha to tap.
These women put on quite a show. Here's another look.
And it was an absolutely brutal match. Martha dominant through much of the match, but Gwen with that submission maneuver, it is just a devastating attack, making two people tap, both Nicole and Martha submitting to it.
The Undead GG. There you have it, the superstar who beat the numbers game here tonight.
And Gwen coming out on top, and certainly going to have eyes on Kim. And more importantly, the Women's Championship. What a match. That was an incredible fight, an incredible brawl. Absolutely amazing. And Kim Johnson needs to take a note, because it looks like Gwen is coming for her. Now, that also means we still have Big Bad Kristen holding on to that Money in the Bank briefcase. Is she going to insert herself into the match? What is going to happen going forward? Next week, we are going to see the next two matches in the Tag Team Championship Tournament. We're going to see There Will Be Dungeons tag team match, where we're going to see Stanley Billings and Diane Tallis go up against Varel and Nash Maggard of the Solar Mines. We are also going to see the new and proving themselves team of Tom Merritt and Marc Spagnuolo going up against previous tag team champions, the French Confection. And who knows what else is going to happen. Make sure you all check it out. That is going to be next week on Frog Wrestling, but that is going to do it for tonight's episode. I really appreciate you all being here. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for participating. Thank you for the chats. It's been great seeing you. And I'll catch you all next week for more Frog Wrestling. Till then, bye, everybody.